haven't made a video in a while. Mainly because, well, these scumbags have been medicating my food without my informed consent. Because simply they still believe that my phones and computers should be hacked into, and that for some reason that I should appreciate this, while this information is used primarily by the people around me. What I mean when I say that, people in America, for example, because in other places this isn't this sort of problem. They use that information to cause me problems. Use that information to insult me, harass me. Even better, I believe, or not I believe, it apparently, it appears now that they think they're going to tell me what I can and cannot say. Well within my rights to do, just like I'm free to associate with whomever I choose, but these imbeciles believe that they're going to control that for their political purposes. This will not be the case. And again, they are so mentally ill that they think that I should be medicated to tolerate this, to be happy about this, because for some reason, the way I should react to this is to develop economic policy, I guess foreign policy as well, and make their lives better and more prosperous and enrich them. They are that mentally ill. And mind you, I don't submit anything to any think tanks. I don't submit anything to any economic, anything whatsoever. No professors that do this, no journals, nothing. And these imbeciles simply seem to think that they're just going to spy on me, illegally, mind you, for a decade now, and actually believe that whatever they spy on is going to be something like a paper submitted to an economic journal. They're imbeciles. They're mentally ill. They're the scum of the earth too, for that matter. And then they think that, they're entitled to be medicating my food when I'm not serving them when they spy on me. That's how much of scum these shit are. And the reason why I start out by saying this is because I've been here for about 2.5 months now. And in these 2.5 months, these scumbags have been nothing but absolute pieces of shit. Obviously, whatever they thought might have been happening, whatever, imbecility they thought would be happening, especially with the entertainment industry, which is what I was going to get to next, that's not going to happen at this point. Tried it, didn't work out. They shouldn't have been the pieces of shit they were. It's not going to happen. But in their little delusions, I think they still told themselves, I'm going to go to LA. No. And the reason why I say all of this before that is because, I noticed that, stupid things these people do, they hack my phones and computers. Apparently my goddamn social media too, right? And then they're piping in their bullshit and their references and stuff. And they're going to try to spin it like I'm a schizophrenic. I'm not a schizophrenic. I've seen them do this shit for a decade. It's pretty easy to recognize. But the point being, they're piping in some bullshit. And again, they still can't even learn to kiss some fucking ass in their little narcissism. They're trying to get fame off. They're trying to get free publicity off of my fame. For some little shit movie that they put out. And the only thing that I see with this sort of thing, aside from the parasitism, aside from the fact that these idiots do not intend on paying me, and how schizophrenic they probably are, because they're not saying, Mark is great, Mark is good at this, Mark is great at anything. No. They're saying, they're making some sort of, vague fucking reference, and they probably think that I'm some fucking nut that thinks they were talking about me. No, they were not directly talking about me. They should have been, but they weren't. And they should have been directly paying me too, but they were not. And again, they're severely mentally ill. And then they try to project that onto me. But going on to the point I'm trying to make here is that this Hollywood stuff is completely irrelevant. I'm the most famous person on earth. There's a definition to that word. If everybody wants to play pretend, they're so brainwashed they think it's in their interest to play pretend. It's not. What do you think I'm going to do for you if you pretend me out of billions of dollars? What do you think it is that I'm going to do for you? Do you think I'm going to write you an economic paper saying, hey, you should do this so you can be more prosperous? It's probably the last thing I'm going to do for you. That's idiotic. But the point being, this garbage industry is so irrelevant. They're trying to be a parasite off of the fame of somebody they've defamed to the extent that they've done to me. And what I mean is slander and libel. And then also told everybody to harass and insult because I wasn't a part of their industry. I don't need to be. They're irrelevant. Just like they're so desperate to pipe in their garbage on my social media so they can try to get some free publicity, some free advertising. Instead of, emailing me or calling me or saying, hey, Mark, yeah, we have a movie, we need it publicized. Here's some money for you to do that. Something rational, something normal. No, they decided to be pieces of shit about it. And this is exactly why you shouldn't associate with these kinds of shit. Because they're scum. And this is something that these scumbags cannot seem to handle. They're simply told, no, go take your business elsewhere. You were told your terms, you don't like it, fuck off. But they seem to think that they can operate by coercion, harassment, lying, whatever stupid shit I saw earlier today too. That's a whole nother video. These are the scum of the earth. They're irrelevant. More people watch me and my videos, no matter how much they want to lie about it. And any moron who's stupid enough to think that they should go along with this lie, and especially not paying me, is an absolute idiot. It's bordering on mental illness if they expect anything good from me. What, you think I'm going to make you richer? Go to hell. Go straight to fucking hell. I don't give a shit about you or any of your fucking bullshit. You do not fucking matter. This is your reality. And then they're crazy enough to think that I'm going to associate with them, tolerate their BS, or even better, they think they're going to tell me who I'm going to like, what I'm going to say, or even better, where I choose to be. Go to hell. From the last 2.5 months of the garbage I've seen, the only thing that I've seen from these people is that they're pieces of shit and that you shouldn't be around them. They don't matter. They're irrelevant. And it's like some of the things I saw my buddy, actual buddy, not the garbage that they try to associate Zero Hedge put up. There's that Celebrity 2.0 now, where, all these people, they try to be, influencers or social media whatnot, or YouTube personalities, whatever the fuck it is. And if you think about it, these people are more relevant than the garbage and their Hollywood industry that they have, this garbage that has a monopoly on the Hollywood industry. They don't fucking matter. Not today. They're absolute garbage. They mean nothing. If you take a look at their shit, they're disgusting looking. They have nothing but cultural degeneracy. Most of them are talentless. They're not funny. They're not smart and say anything interesting or profound. They can't sing. If they're supposedly a pop singer or whatever, they're just fucking garbage. Or even better, if they're a model, they're hideously fucking ugly. I have seen more beautiful women just scrolling through social media than any of the garbage that this shit industry has put out. Because it's garbage. Essentially how they get these people to be famous or discovered is if they do what this little garbage group of garbage, the monopoly of garbage, wants you to do. That's why they become famous. And then of course they cry about their Weinsteins or whatever, or Epstein. But that's the reality of their garbage industry. And then for these morons, these brainless idiots who think that they're simply going to spy on me and think that I'm going to be associating with this, go to hell. Go to fucking hell. It's that simple. You don't matter. And then they're stupid enough to pretend they're shit little fucking farce, not just to cause me problems, but to pretend they're fucking bullshit to screw me out of money. Just like this video that'll end up on YouTube. It doesn't have 0 viewers. It doesn't have 1 viewer. It has billions of viewers. And not to mention, I saw the ads running on my other videos too, where these idiots have been fucking enriching themselves off of me. Well, they decided to screw me out of that money, so now they can go to hell. Of course, I'm not going to be doing anything in their favor. They want to pretend they're bullshit. Go to hell. Take your business elsewhere. You're told your terms. If you don't like it, go to hell. And it's a difficult concept for them because they're deranged, they're delusional, narcissistic, garbage. But back to the point I was making though, where the internet, and I hate that word, they would call it like the democratization of like knowledge, for example. Now that you can pretty much learn to do anything by watching a few videos online. Well, it's the same thing with the entertainment industry. Do I have to go watch some garbage in a theater put out by garbage I hate with the cast of garbage I detest? And again, these imbeciles seem to actually think that I have to like them too. They're garbage. I don't have to like them. Free to hate whomever I please to. And then they think they can, control language too. I'm free to say whatever I want to. Go to hell. If you don't like it, don't fucking spy on it. You shouldn't be spying on it to begin with. That part is the illegal part. These people aren't too bright. And again, they still have more garbage around me using this fucking bullshit fucking spying on the internet to be pieces of shit. I mean, this is a good example. I don't know if you could pick that up on the microphone. Obnoxious shit garbage fucking fags. Free to say that too. Because that's what they are. And then they think they have some sort of entitlement for me. They don't. And this is just another demonstration of how these garbage on the internet are garbage. They're pieces of shit. And for some reason, they think they even matter. They don't. They're not relevant. For example, they don't pay me. So go to hell. And then the point of this, though, is the irrelevance of this old entertainment industry. Now, for example, I forget what the movie was. It was some movie, some new one coming out. I'm not going to say their names. I'm sure you can figure it out. But especially with that garbage fucking, spying going on in the fucking social media with a bunch of schizophrenics there. But these people don't matter anymore. They don't. I mean, if somebody wants to be famous, they can literally hold a stupid selfie stick like this and go about their fucking life, not even do anything, remotely, out of the way or out of the ordinary. They can be famous. They can get paid for it too. I don't, because these imbeciles were stupid enough to think that they weren't going to pay me, and then somehow I was going to be leading them in any way, shape, or form, as they're a bunch of schizophrenics, desperately spying on me, illegally, mind you, too. They're just stupid, they're mentally ill. And again, they're just plain dumb. If you didn't pay me, what did you think that I would do? Whatever you imagined? You're fucking crazy. But, yeah, back to the original point, where, I hate that kind of crap, the stupid, I don't know what you call it. It's not exactly a buzzword, but, whatever terms they put, like Celebrity 2.0. Yeah, that's what they called it, and if you want to call it that, if you think about it, it makes this shit Hollywood, I call it shit because, I think everybody in it's shit. They're degenerates, they're scum. I mean, most of them are just, idiots that just did whatever the people who had the monopoly on former monopoly on entertainment. Because now the media has changed. The medium like the internet, whatever else, they don't have control of. They can shadow ban you on YouTube, right? But that doesn't matter either. There's a million other sites you can put it on your own website. People want to pay you, they'll pay you. These imbeciles, they thought that instead of paying me, they thought they'd steal from me, conspire to cause all the problems, and then be stupid enough to medicate my food with psychotropics without my informed consent. They're imbeciles. They're the scum of the earth. And whatever they expect, severely mentally ill. But the point being, they're also brainwashed into thinking that for some reason I had to associate with these group of people that I absolutely detest, which I'm free to do. And then they thought that they would conspire to coerce me to do so. It's not going to happen. They can imagine whatever they want, they can go to hell. And again, if they still continue to choose to, steal my likeness, my content, whatever else, especially with their illegal surveillance, their illegal broadcast there. You don't want to pay me? Go to hell. Don't expect the mentally ill things that you expect from me. Oh, and even better, you want to insult my intelligence and try to tell me, oh, how are they doing that? Go to hell. And the point being, they're irrelevant. And it's just like what I was saying with the celebrity 2.0 shit. I don't know what you would call it in context to me. It's just a mental illness, just scum. It's a scum perception created by a scumbag political group, and it's a political problem. That's all it is. But fortunately, these people aren't a problem everywhere else. They're just a problem here. And then they're stupid enough to think that you're going to choose to live amongst them and serve them. And have even crazier people, like the people I had come up to me yesterday, try to tell me that I should serve those who persecute me. That's insane. It is. You can try to spin it any way you want. You're the scum of the earth. Go to hell. It's that simple. It's the whole concept of a free exchange that these pieces of shit can't understand. You don't coerce people into serving you. You choose to do so under free exchange. You're told your terms. If you don't like it, take your business elsewhere. And they still think any of their garbage is going on because they're mentally ill. But again, there's a simple solution to it. Go to hell. But again, the point being, a lot of these garbage industry, what would you call it, old entertainment industry stuff, it's irrelevant. Nobody watches this shit. I know I don't. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about the garbage they try to present as, amazing or not. It's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. I don't give a shit about your celebrities. I don't give a shit about your fucking anything else. It's garbage. That's all it is, garbage. And then, it gives rise to the, again, what my buddy Zero Hedge put up as, the celebrity 2.0 stuff. Where, these are the people that are famous. These are the people that people watch because, simply because, they now have a much broader choice of people to watch. They don't have to watch what, back in, what was it, like the 80s and 90s where there was only 5 TV channels. No. You can watch anything, anywhere, anytime. Yeah. And this old garbage industry does not matter. So, the point of that is, the old entertainment industry, it's a delusion. The monopoly doesn't exist anymore. They'll desperately try to keep up their illusions, but it's nothing. It doesn't matter. And what people choose to do in their idiocy is what they choose to do in their idiocy. Their expectations are deluded, but that's the definition of delusion. Nothing that they expect will happen. I don't know what they told themselves. It's just like this, Oh, look, we tried this. Obviously, it didn't work out. No, I'm not going to have anything to do with it. It's that simple. And then their garbage industry, too. You don't matter. I don't need you to be famous. You do slander me, and you do your illegal crap quite blatantly too, and then slander my mental health, and then tell idiots to go even further and commit horrific fucking human rights violations, medicating my food and then telling people to harass me while under the while being drugged essentially with psychotropic medications I never agreed to because they lied about me and lied some more. They're scum. They're scum. And again, what is the logical thing to do? Not be around these people. And in their mental illness, they still expect something else. Not gonna happen. Don't matter. Irrelevant. And that garbage monopoly that they still seem to think they have doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. So again, they can return my property. They can pay me for the damages they caused. They can make sure they're no longer a problem with anything I choose to do, including those women they try to put under duress through one way or another from spending their time with me. Well, they can all go to hell. Kiss my ass. In fact, learn to kiss some ass too. That's the only reason why I mentioned that that little attempt at the parasitism of the old media, movie premiere that they had. I guess they were trying to kiss some ass, but you know what? It's not good enough. You're not paying me. You're not acting in any rational sense. So yeah, that's that. You don't like it? Go cry about it. Don't think you're entitled to anything from me, and don't think you're going to be coercing me in anything. Crying, I'm a schizo. You're mentally ill. You're scum. And yeah, there's a reason why people don't want anything to do with you. It shouldn't be a difficult concept. Oh, and again, those scumbags no longer have a monopoly on entertainment. They don't matter.